What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be talking about Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. We have a lot of very substantial news to go over about this company. They just released that one of their products has just been flown to the International Space Station, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how influential this news could be for Nano Dimension in the future. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, which is the brokerage that you guys see on my screen in all of my videos, make sure you go down and check out that link in my description or in the pinned comment. All you have to do is set up an account, deposit over $100, and you receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. This is another way for you to help support the channel, so make sure you guys go give that a look if you would like. So taking a look at the chart of Nano Dimension, again, we've seen this stock fall very substantially over the past couple of weeks. We did see a rally once these stocks kind of hit their lows and people started pouring funds back in, but today we are seeing a lot of volatility and this week because we do have a Fed interest rate decision today, which is going to cause some volatility, but in my opinion, nothing crazy is going to happen. And at the current time, Nano Dimension is down about 0.5%, and I think we could see a very significant rally for the stock coming in the near future. So nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only. But if you have not already gotten into Nano Dimension, or if you would like to add to your currently existing position in this company, this dip right here is still a very attractive one to buy. We've seen Nano Dimension go all the way as high as $17 to $18 a share. So this $10 price point is still very attractive in my opinion. So let's go over the first piece of news, and then we're going to go over how it could affect Nano Dimension in the long term. So Nano Dimension, an industry-leading additively manufactured printed electronics provider, announced today that the first ever integrated RF circuit fabricated by Nano Dimension and designed and integrated by L3Harris has been flown to the International Space Station. This project, 2 years in the making, was selected by the ISS, U.S. National Laboratory for Space Effects Studies. This project will provide a systematic analysis of an additively manufactured single board for radio frequency space systems, especially for nanosatellites, and will communicate with a ground-based satellite tracking system at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Daytona Beach, Florida. This is big news. We're going to go over exactly why specifically this is really large news a little bit later in this video, but ARK Invest is going to have a lot to do with this. So the primary purpose of the project is to demonstrate the viability of using new technologies such as multi-level, multi-material, additively manufactured electronics, which use 3D inkjet printer-based technologies to produce monolithic RF communication systems for use in space. So the next paragraph kind of goes over L3Harris, but then we come down and we can see some comments about Nano Dimension. So Nano Dimension fabricated the single RF board using its proprietary additively manufactured electronics process in the Dragonfly LDM system. As we know right now, the Dragonfly LDM is NNDM's flagship product, and they are planning on rolling out an updated model at the end of this year or the beginning of 2022. So the board includes the antenna, the electronic traces for mounting, all the functional components, and the signal ground plane. The fabricated communications device was designed by L3Harris to operate at a 2.4 gigahertz and to be integrated into the MISSE module and launch. This device will be tested at 3 program points: pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight. The main reason why Nano Dimension getting into this space field and actually showing us how they can get their products out into space is very important, because if we come over here, we know that ARK Invest is going to be creating their space exploration ETF, and we've talked about a couple of times on this channel how I think that Nano Dimension is a perfect candidate to go into this ETF. So this is the SEC filing for the ARK-X ETF, and the advisor, who is going to be Kathy Wood, believes the space exploration company companies can be grouped into 4 overarching categories, each of which contains relevant sub-elements. Orbital space companies are companies that make, launch, service, or operate platforms in the orbital space, including satellites and launch vehicles. Suborbital aerospace companies are companies that launch, make, service, or operate in the suborbital space, including drones, air taxis, electric aviation vehicles. Enabling technologies companies, which is where NNDM is going to fall, are companies that create the technologies required for successful value-add aerospace operations, including artificial intelligence, robotics, and the kicker, 3D printing. So Nano Dimension is obviously in the 3D printing field. ArcX wants to have companies in this ETF that are involved in space exploration and 3D printing. And now we are getting more confirmation that Nano Dimension is the perfect candidate in the 3D printing space to be added to the ArcX ETF. What's interesting about this filing is that we come down a little bit further, we can see that the advisor, Cathie Wood, will select investments for the fund that represent the advisor's highest conviction investment ideas within the theme of space exploration. Investment decisions regarded with confidence in constructing the fund's portfolio. The advisor will analyze potential investments by using both top-down information, economy-wide analysis of facts such as rate of growth, cost declines, unit economics, sizing of markets, and price levels, as well as business technology and cycle trends. In bottom-up criteria, fundamental and quantitative metrics for individual companies such as their revenue growth, profitability, and return on invested capital. So this could pose some problems for Nano Dimension. As we've seen, the ArcX ETF is supposed to come out within the next couple of quarters, and what we've seen out of Nano Dimension and their CEO's comments is that at the current time, the market for the Dragonfly LDM printers is not where they would like it to be. They've said that they are going to significantly scale up their marketing efforts once there is more of a market for these products. Now, the reason why there's not such a high market for these Dragonfly LDM systems at the current time is that the pandemic has significantly decreased the amount of companies that have enough cash to go out and make these type of large expenditures and try out this 3D printing service. But Nano Dimension has come out and said that one of the companies that they want to acquire is going to serve as a distribution chain. So the CEO came out and directly said that they're looking at 2 types of companies. One of them is going to be technology-based, and one of them is going to be more distribution-based. So he says that he wants to buy basically a distribution chain from another company. So that would be very good news if we could see Nano Dimension announce the company that they're going to be merging with and how this merger is going to affect their sales numbers going forward. I think that would only further ARK Invest conviction on Nano Dimension and would give them a very good chance about getting added to the ArcX ETF. And coming over here, we can see the total position size of Nano Dimension that ARK Invest has. And we can see that at the current time, ARK Invest owns about 12.623 million shares. Now, I've been tracking the different trade alert services and the actual announcements that come out from ARK Invest every single day, and I haven't seen anything on Nano Dimension in the direct announcements from ARK, but some of these websites, this one's Cathie's ARK and Lucid Tracking, do show changes in ARK's position size. Now, I'm going to go with trusting ARK in their actual announcements coming out that they really haven't done anything with their overall Nano Dimension position, but we can see that their position size as of this website is about 12.623 million shares. So coming back over to the chart of Nano Dimension, this is big news for the company. They're showing expansion into different sectors, and the space exploration sector, which we are seeing them get into, could be very bullish. As we've seen with the Cathie Wood effect, time and time again, when a company is either added into one of their ETFs or bought in a large quantity by an ETF that they already have an existing position in a given company in, the stock usually rallies a significant amount. Now, do I think Nano Dimension needs ARK Invest to come out and buy this company every day in order to be successful? Absolutely not. They are in a field of their own. At the current time, they're pretty much the only company that can do what they do with the Dragonfly LDM, and they are coming out with new models. Their Nano system and they're coming out, or their Nano service, and they're coming out with their new levels of the Dragonfly. They also have a recurring revenue scheme that they are getting into, and it's basically the ink that they are providing to their customers in order to operate the Dragonfly LDM. So Nano Dimension, in my opinion, is going to be a 5 to 10 year long-term play. Now, a lot of these hyper growth stocks are a long-term play. As we saw with Alex Karp's comments about Palantir yesterday in an interview, he said that if you're a short-term trader, you should just not even worry about our stock. We are in it for the long haul. I think that is very similar to what is going on with Nano Dimension at the current time. They have so much cash on their balance sheet. They have plans to deploy it. We've seen them engage Carl Square, who has introduced them to some attractive acquisition targets, and it's only a matter of time before things start to open up. Nano Dimension ramps up their marketing, and we are going to see these Dragonfly LDM sales rapidly increase. So right now, they've only sold about 60 systems worldwide, and I think that we could go a lot higher in 2021 once things start to open up, and then we are going to see 2022 be a massive year for Nano Dimension. So that is going to be it for this update on NNDM. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And if you guys would like 2 free stocks with Webull and you would like to find a free way to support the channel, make sure you go down and hit that link in my description or in the pinned comment. All you have to do is sign up for a brokerage account, deposit over $100, and then you receive your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, and then you can do whatever you like with that money. So that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys had a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.